Hey, joining us now on the MARR Army Rock Show, making their first appearance on the MARR Show, or his first appearance on the Rock Show, we have got Matt from Blacktop Mojo. They're out of Palestine, Texas. Their new single, Cant Sleep, is our number one tune right now. It's off of their Under the Sun record. And Matt, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on, brother.
Hey, man, it's good to talk to you, and I haven't seen you in a little while. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon live. So, but first, let's talk about the new record. Tell me a little bit about who your producer was this time and where you recorded this thing.
Our producer was our buddy Philip Mosley. He helped us with the other two records, and we ended up recording it at a studio in Tyler, Texas, which is like right down the road from us. So got to record this one kind of in our backyard.
Now, how long was the recording process? I know it's been, about 2 years maybe or so you've been working on this thing?
I mean, we're always writing and stuff like that, but I'd say from pre-production to actually tracking the record was probably around 6 or 8 months of just straight kind of recording and putting ideas together and stuff.
So we gravitated immediately to the Cant Sleep tune. I know we're not alone with that. And there's kind of a very dark music video out for that one. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the making of that music video and a little of the experience behind it?
We made that video with a buddy of ours. Actually dug the hole ourselves and in our tour manager's backyard here in Palestine. So it was fun. It was a good time.
Now talk about the making of it. I mean, did you have some special inspiration for that video? Maybe a horror flick or something, or talk about the message and like what was behind the story there.
I think the message was kind of, or the inspiration behind it was kind of like holding on to a secret like that and keeping it from somebody that you care about is kind of like it's kind of like digging your own grave. The longer you hold on to it, the worse it gets. And, I think that's kind of what we're going for there.
Now, I read that you guys kind of described this album as a semi-autobiographical album. Can you delve into that a little bit more for me? Tell me about one or two of the tunes and where that autobiographical kind of thing comes in.
Well, the whole album is titled Under the Sun, and it's named after a story in the Bible about King Solomon, where he's trying to find basically love in all the wrong places. He's trying to find meaning in life in like women and wine and drugs or whatever. And I think I've gone through a lot of similar experiences and stuff in the past couple of years. Modern romance. I mean, it's a tough thing.
Now, as we listen to you talk about that, if you could point to one song that has the most personal meaning for you on the album, which one do you think that would be?
They're all pretty personal, man. I mean, they all kind of came from the same place.
So, hey, it looks like the touring schedule keeps on going strong with you guys. Saw you're just out with Buck Cherry, and it looks like you're out with our good friends from Otherwise in the near future. So, tell me a little bit more about the touring life that's coming up, and I think you have a special kind of military show coming up as well.
Yeah, we're doing a thing in kind of in our backyard, right down the road from us in Lindale, Texas, called Vet Fest. It's raising money for charity for veterans and stuff like that. It's a good cause, near and dear to our heart. And then we'll be going out with Otherwise in October. At the end of October, we'll be playing a couple of big festivals with Marilyn Manson, and then heading out down the road with Otherwise, man.
So on that Otherwise tour, you guys are going to be the headliner, it looks like. Do you enjoy the headliner slot? Talk about what you guys do to fill in that longer set you typically get.
Well, we get to play more tunes, man. We get to. It's always a good time. Can mix in some of the covers and just have a good time with it.
Now, do you prefer the headliner club show, or mentioned the festivals too? I've heard different things from different bands. Some prefer the festival scene, some prefer the club circuit kind of thing.
I mean, they both have their upsides, man. The clubs are fun, man, because you can kind of get it's a little more intimate with everybody, and but the festivals are cool, man, because it's kind of, you get to throw down your best 30 or 45 minutes or whatever, and you know, the energy is always crazy at a festival. Everybody comes out to party and to you know, to rock and roll.
So we're looking forward to seeing you in Lancaster, Pennsylvania on November 22nd with the Otherwise guys. Now, a time I've seen you previously, and the other thing I was curious, I love to ask bands who played this festival, is Rockfest in Cadott. We're from Pennsylvania, but we travel the country, and that is one of our favorite festivals. I'm just curious from the band's perspective what that festival's like, experience is like for you.
Man, that was awesome. We got to play there, I think the first day on that, was it Thursday?
Sounds right.
Yeah. And, yeah. So everybody was kind of getting there, and there was a couple thousand people there already. Man, it was really fun, man.
So, hey, I really love your vocals in the band, and I'm curious, how early on did you know that you could sing at the professional level that you sing at now, and who was it that helped you along the way, if anyone?
Man, I would just I was singing parties and stuff in college, and I was that guy in the corner with the guitar, you know, that annoying guy at the party. But nobody ever told me to shut up, so I just kept on. I just kept on doing it, and I used to make like videos, like YouTube videos and stuff, in my dorm room, and put them out there. And I don't know, man. I just kind of fell in love with playing and singing, and now here we are. It kind of snowballed on me.
Have you had any sort of mentors from vocally, or anybody that's really talked to you and given advice, or you just kind of do your own thing sort of with it?
I've always kind of done my own thing, man. I try to take care of my voice the best I can. I watch YouTube videos and DVDs and stuff about, warming up and different techniques and stuff like that. But I mean, I wish I had formal vocal training or something like that, but I never have.
So you guys on your social media did something kind of cool as this album was getting ready to come out. It was a release of like a couple days worth of acoustic videos there. Who had that idea? And tell us a little bit about how that worked out for the band doing that.
I think our manager came up with that idea, and we thought it was a cool idea. I've never really seen a band do like a whole album acoustic, right before it's released or whatever. And I thought it was fun, man. It was a fun challenge to kind of break down, especially some of the heavier songs on the album, and try to make them translate acoustically,
Now, you did all that hard work of breaking down those songs. Could we ever possibly hope for an acoustic release from you guys? I love when bands do like an all-acoustic record.
Man, we've been talking about it. I think that might happen sometime in the future.
So, hey, as I'm looking to research you guys a little bit, under the interest section of your Facebook page, it says whiskey, fire, shooting, guns. But the thing that actually intrigued me was the one that said wrestling gators. And I wanted to know, was that just a figure of speech, or do you guys literally mean that?
Well, it's I do wear gator skin boots, so you can draw your own conclusions from that.
So you guys are a Texas band. What are you guys doing on your days off? Did I hit the main high points? What do you guys do for fun? And well, do you guys even hang as a band? I guess that's a two-part question, because a lot of bands need a little breather from one another. Are you a band that stays together when you're off? And if so, what are you all doing for some fun?
Yeah, we actually all live together, so we're together whether we're on the road or not. But we watch football, man. Me and my drummer are in a fantasy football league, so we get down pretty hard on some fantasy stuff. And then we'll play Xbox, lift weights, and we drink. We drink a lot and have a good time.
Now, you guys are about halfway between Dallas and Houston. Are you guys a Cowboys band or a Texans band when you mentioned the football?
I was raised a Bears fan, so I'm kind of a fish out of water down here. Yeah.
I would definitely say so. Hey, one or two more things, and I'll let you go here. But what is can you recall like the largest crowd you've ever played before? And I'm wondering if possibly it was on that Bon Jovi run. I know we saw him with about 65,000 people.
Yeah, I think that might have been that show. We won a contest to open up for him, and I think there was 20 plus thousand there. It was a sold out American Airlines Center, so it was a lot of people. It's definitely the most people we'd ever played in front of at the time, for sure.
Now, you guys play with a diverse group of bands. You know, you go from Buck Cherry to otherwise, who aren't completely different, but then I've seen you've played with some more classic bands. Is there one genre of music that just grabs your fans a little harder than the other? Like, is it the heavy? Because you guys go from playing with the heavy to the southern rock to. Has anyone gravitated you a little more than the others?
I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. We've got people that listen to all genres of music. I mean, we've opened up for country bands before, and it's hadn't gone bad, you know. So it's hard to tell. Some of our fans are metalheads, and some of our fans like Willie Nelson. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, your music crosses over great. And hey, Matt James from Blacktop Mojo, man, I want to thank you for spending time with us. They've got our current #1 song, Cant Sleep, and their record Under the Sun's out right now. And don't forget to catch them on tour with their good friends and otherwise. They got VIP packages and all that good stuff around the road. So, Matt, man, thank you so much for taking the time with us today.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.